know. It's crazy out there. My goodness. Are you ready for the 4th? 4th of July?
Oh, yeah.
Independence Day? What do you... Oh, you're going to close the door there? There's a little bit of noise back here. We're going to take care of that. George is. Because we're here at the Central City Radio. You know, let's do a little commercial, too. Central City Radio is our online internet show that we do. Network show. I'm probably saying it wrong. And we're on King FM. And we've got quite a lineup here. And this is where we got our start over, gosh, now it's been about a year and a half, Julian, I think, right?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years. We're getting to have some kind of big celebration when we do this. And Julian's station has really grown with the King FM. It's really the talk side of it. If you are interested in doing a show here, it's very affordable, and it takes care of you, and it's very easy to do. He'll train you. You can come and watch us if you'd like. So if you're interested, go to centralcityradio.com, and you can get information from there. And also, make sure you like Chips and Salsa Show Facebook. We're 1,200, I think we're about 1,208 likes.
Yeah, about 1,208.
Yeah. And then, are we also YouTubing this in addition to the Facebook?
We're YouTubing it on YouTube at Sonia Salsa S, because we have the secret Sonia.
Secret Sonia.
On the job today. She's Facebooking it, so if you go to our Facebook site, you will see the show live on Facebook, pretty clear, and also on YouTube to add to our library of YouTube films. And it's being podcast through King FM, and also we're podcasting it through our own podcast. So there's many podcasts.
And on our Facebook, you know, I'll give credit to my cousin Angela Martinez, who lives in the LA area, and she put up something she sent to me. And I'm from New Mexico, everybody knows, and so it has a definition of a New Mexican. Okay, New Mexican, a person who chooses restaurants based on their chips and salsa.
Oh,
it's very true.
Yeah.
You
think about that when you go to restaurants like Rosita's, and their chips and salsa are the bottom. I mean, their salsa is nice, and they have wonderful chips and salsa.
They really do. And speaking of sponsors, George, we have a brand new sponsor for the month of July, our main sponsor. So let's go ahead and talk about them. We're hoping to get them in here into the show soon to do a little interview with us. But it's the Jablonski Real Estate Group. And I tell you what, I am so excited about our newest Chips and Salsa show sponsor, the Jablonski Real Estate Group. And I personally know this dynamic husband and wife team, Jessica and Jeffrey Jablonski. They're great neighbors of mine. They live in my neighborhood. And their team consists of specialists in each area of the business. They have agents that specialize in first-time home buyers, investors, luxury, etc. Their goal is to meet all your real estate needs, and they aren't kidding, really. They do a great job. I would recommend Jessica and Jeffrey to anyone looking to buy or sell. And maybe you're like us, you know, like Mark and I, we're not really thinking of selling our home, but maybe you can still connect with them and weigh your options, because it's always good to know your home values, and you never know what the future might hold. You can check out their website. You can go to www.jrealestategroup.com. That's jrealestategroup.com. We'll be putting stuff up on the website and also on the Facebook site to do about that. They also have a great website that you can go to, and it's azhomevalueestimate.com. azhomevalueestimate.com. Now this site, it allows someone to put their address in, and you get an instant estimated value. So you should try it. It's really a pretty cool tool. So call Jeffrey or Jessica at the Jablonski Real Estate Group. That's 480-420-3777. It's a nice, easy number. So again, that's the Jablonski, that's Jablonski, the Jablonski Real Estate Group at 480-420-3777.
I like them already.
Don't you love them already? And you will love them when you meet them. They'll be coming into the studio and doing a segment with us. They're great. They're so knowledgeable and just fantastic, great people. And I know you're going to love them. You will not be disappointed at all. All right. Let's see. How are we on time? We're still good? Yeah, we're still good. We have a lot to talk about. Oh, I also want to give another birthday shout out, okay? My wonderful niece Debbie is 40. Oops, I shouldn't say her. I'm not going to say her. I don't have permission to say how old she is. She doesn't look her age. She's like Sonia. Sonia looks so young. You would not believe. She just looks so young. I bet you still get carded where you go, don't you? Yep, she gets carded. So my niece, Debbie Lotta Powell, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Debbie Lotta Powell. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Debbie. Happy birthday to you. There's a lot of birthdays in July, huh? Yours was June 25th. Yeah. Okay. Anything that you want to report on?
The Trump master is making waves. They're talking about the convention being there's some people that were thinking about, and they're still thinking about anybody but Trump. But because of the Rules Committee is getting together, they think that they might have enough votes to thwart that and to Trump by surprise. He's got a lot of people lined up to want to speak at the convention now. Things are getting better. Things are getting better for Donald Trump, and I think once the Republican Party gets behind him and the people get behind him, he's already got people behind him. It'll be something that they're going to see a very dynamic run for president.
Now, George, you're going to go to the National Convention, and do you think of all the people that you talk to, all the delegates that you talk to, is everybody on board with Trump?
Yes, I think he has a majority. I think it's not going to go beyond. I even spoke to somebody that you and I know, who's
a delegate.
Yeah, starts with a Q.
Uh-huh.
That gentleman told me that he doesn't see a contested push, and he's in the know. He's in the know, and I sat with him. He goes, you know what, this doesn't look like it. So
well,
I mean, he's getting feelers from different sides, and I got the indication today through other media that it looks good for Donald Trump. So now he has to just turn towards Hillary and start his attack towards her more.
And he's done a pretty good job with that, and I think that's one thing. The other candidates, and my own candidate Cruz and Marco Rubio, they were, they held back on Hillary.
Yeah.
And I always wonder if they had gone a little bit more forceful and been more open about that attack, we might have a different outcome. I don't know that, but all right. Well, we got to wrap that out for the next outcome. In our next segment, we'll be talking to Janet Jackson. So stay tuned for more of the Chips and Salsa Show here on Central City Radio, King FM, with Alice Lara and George Ortiz. Yeah, I forgot this doesn't work. I was like, oh, that's right, that second hand doesn't work.
It's like I'll never remember. It seems like we'll never remember to bring up batteries. One battery.
You want to bring it in? You want to invite it in?
Huh? Oh no, I'm going out there.
Oh, okay. I mean, you could actually put another chair in too if you want.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
You are good. Could you see the banner over here?
Hey, sir.
So I have to move it towards the middle?
Just because.
No, I've gotten it a couple times.
Huh?
You don't have to move it. I get it once in a while.
I know, but I want it to see I want people to see the banner.
Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
That's the way.
Brought to you by the U.S. Army and Ad Council.
How about now?
When you were
I mean,
How did that commercial sound for that was great. That sounds really good. There are other people. We should have a meet and greet. Maybe we should do something Rositas with Jana
I think
and
it'd be
combine
great.
them with Jana and
you don't think teachers
Kelly
save lives?
Ford and other
Well,
people.
that would be good. Kelly Ward and Jana.
Try
Or
playing a different
Kelly
role
Ward
every time
or
you
Jana
balance.
with
How about a scientist?
Christine Jones.
Ever heard of physics, chemistry?
Even though she's
Who do you
running
think
against
teaches
about
that?
3 or 4 different.
That's
Teachers
hard
today
because
are
she's got so
breaking
many.
down obstacles, finding
Let's think
innovative
about
ways
that.
to instill old lessons.
Let's think
and
about that.
taking
We need to do
learning
something.
far beyond
That
the
would
four
be
walls
something.
of the classroom.
I need science.
It's time to recognize that great things are happening
want
in
science.
But you know what?
and put it back
These
in
guys
books.
will probably give
Don't
you.
try to convince yourself otherwise.
Let me write these down. Do you want to take them or do you want me to send them to Beth?
No, that's not doing it anymore.
Oh, she's not.
She's working with Aaron. So I'm doing it by
She went
myself.
to work for Aaron?
Yeah, she's doing
Oh,
it
that's
by
Maricopa
with
County
Aaron.
Recorders.
Right.
Okay.
That's Maricopa County Recorders.
Oh, okay.
And then she does things with me, but she's not doing this with me.
So
Because
who's your
now I'm
campaign
out of-
manager?
Do you know Ray Melmar?
Okay, now we're all clear.
You know Ray Melmar?
I know that name.
He's a city councilman in Glendale.
For more tax-free driving,
And he's doing it.
stoptax.rex.org.
He is my new campaign manager.
Do you want me to text these to you or write them down for you?
If you want to text them to me or write them down, it's just up to you.
I'm going to send you
I'll send them to Ray.
and also the Jablonskis.
Takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well,
Because
why
those
not
would be
just
good
ask them to
connectors for
stop?
you.
Or better yet, volunteer to
And if
text
you could do
for
a
them.
fundraiser
It might
for me,
be a
that would be
little
so
awkward,
great.
but believe me,
We should do a combined one. At least a little meet and greet, even if you just get a few checks.
Yes. Few checks, few signs. A little bit at a time is okay.
I think also it's just
Sir.
might have gone.
Shoot. Yeah, that was the 4 minute.
It just did it right now. We're not on the air, are we?
No, we're not here, but we're back.
It's time for the chips and salsa show. Vámonos.
And we're taking it away here on the Chips and Salsa Show. I'm Alice Slada, getting my guac on this evening with George Ortiz, who's getting up there to the microphone. I'll give you a chance to put your headphones on, George. Go ahead and put them on as you get ready, because he's going to bring in this next segment with our wonderful friend. Go right ahead.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. Like Alice said, Alice, thank you. I was
De nada.
fiddling over there. Our guest today, I'm honored to have her here today, is she got her signatures, required signatures in, so she's on the ballot. This is Janet Jackson. She's running for Maricopa, the
County Superintendent of
County
Schools.
Superintendent
Yes.
of Schools. And she's great. You need to listen to her message. And we all love her here. So, and once you get to know her, you'll love her. And she's a good representative of the people. Once she's in office, changes are going to come. And I turn it over to you, Jenna.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Isn't that a song about changes are going to come?
Changes. There's a lot of songs about that. But I think, Jana, that, we were talking about this earlier. Maybe you could steal Janet Jackson's song about "What Have You Done for Me Lately?" and
Yes.
address
Yeah.
it.
And I could even sing it.
For me lately. We
Yes, we need that. We need that. We need that.
can get Julian to come back with that next time.
Yes,
That's
yes,
pretty
yes,
cool.
yes,
So
yes.
update us on your campaign. Tell us what's going on now that you're official. Do I have a little crackle here in my microphone that I'm hearing, Julian? Maybe it's just me. Update us on your campaign.
Oh, that's great.
What's going on?
Oh, it's just absolutely great. Now we go to the next stage. I've gotten more signatures, 33% more signatures than what I really needed. Thank you,
Wow.
thank you,
Wait,
thank you
and-
to
and-
everyone who collected signatures for
And how
me.
many weeks did it take you?
2.5 weeks.
In 2.5 weeks, you got 33% more than you needed.
Plus the ones I needed.
Now, for anybody who
Yes.
hasn't worked at a campaign, George and I
Yes.
have done it. We've collected signatures, and you've done it before, I'm sure, too, Janet.
Yes.
It is not an easy task. Now, the good thing about yours is they could have been a Democrat, Independent, or Republican.
No, only a Republican.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Or independent.
Republican or independent.
Yes.
But
yes.
that's even harder because when you
Yes.
have one that's open, that's a little easier.
Right.
That's a hard task. Way
Oh,
to go.
Yes, yes, yes. I thank everyone. Signatures came in 1, 2, 3. I mean, when you add them all up, I went 33% and a half over. So
That
it's-
is
yeah,
fantastic.
that was great. So what else is happening in the campaign? Well, now I have to start looking at if I am elected, and I won't say if, I'll say when I am elected, I need to have some talking points. And so right now I'm working on strong talking points. What is it that I plan on doing in the office that other people have not done? And so I've been collecting, just thinking, talking to people, reflecting, praying, and I've come up with some really good ones. Want to hear?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, one is looking at some things like the Common Core. You know, Common Core, people have a decision, is it good or is it bad? But one thing I say about Common Core is that when our students that are in kindergarten, first, second, and third grade are 8th and 9th graders, that's when you'll see the effects of Common Core on our kids and our education system. So one thing that I would like to do is I would like to sort of start healing from the Common Core syndrome. You know, I was speaking at one meeting, and one lady came up to me, and she was in her 80s, and she said, "You know what you just gave me?" She said, "You gave me hope." And I never thought about that, but when we look at what we have in the past and we talk about where we're going in the future, we just need some hope that we can get there. So the one thing I want to do is start looking at Common Core, and then actually starting to solve some of these problems that we're talking about. It's not bad, and if it is bad and if it is broken, then we need to fix it. So I want to go forward in looking at how do we fix what we have. Common Core is one that we need to heal with and fix.
That is a really important one. I just want to interject here too, because I live in the South Mountain area, and well, overall, a lot of people don't even want to send their kids to school because of the curriculum that's involved. And in our neighborhoods, unfortunately, a lot of times they ship their kids out. In our particular neighborhood, I know very few families that actually go to the local schools. And do you think that Common Core just doesn't help that? How will you reverse that? How can you heal that, as you say?
It's just a matter of being able to look at why are they leaving. You know, we're always trying in education. When election time comes, everyone jumps on this bandwagon of education, but how many people have actually talked to parents and to say, what is it that you're seeing at home? And I'll give you a really good example. I was in a meeting, and a lady spoke, and she said, "I was hired to bubble in the names of the students that took the AZ Merit test." So, you know, you take a test, John Jones, and you start to bubble in John Jones because he's not bubbling it in, and that's not the answer. The answer is that John Jones does not know how to write in cursive. And on the back of the AZ Merit test, it says, "We want you to write this sentence and then sign your name." Well, cursive is no longer taught in our schools.
And you know, that's me. I'm on a crusade for cursive.
And so you have to hire someone to bubble in names. The student can't write so that you know that it is that student who's taking the test. And then you think about healing and fixing Common Core. You know, when you talk about Common Core, you're talking about the government putting standards within our community. And maybe those standards that they have put into our community are missing what the parent choice wants in our community. I mean, something as small as cursive. You remember how we had the paper, and I might be dating myself, but you have the penmanship paper,
Sure.
And then you have like that middle line. I had a
little
teacher
dotted
that you
line.
couldn't go across the dotted line. When you want to make that small letter S, you have to go up to the line, and then you curve around. You never go below the line. Or when you want to make a capital letter, you go from one line to another. That's a simple process. But the cursive writing actually took us 4 years in school. We started with certain letters in first grade. And then by the time we got to be in 5th grade, we could write our names, and we could write paragraphs. Well, at the back of the AZ Merit test, that's what it's asking for, only you have to copy something. So, you know, when you think about parent choice, and you're thinking about what we're looking at in Common Core, all of these things sort of fit together. It's nothing isolated. You know, they're not in these isolated pockets. It's all, and then this is what we're calling our education. You know, Maricopa County. We're not looking at what's happening in New York or Chicago or in Texas. We're looking at our county. And if you look at what we want, you know, I have heard so many people say, I want my granddaughter to be able to write in cursive, because if you can't write in cursive, you can't read in cursive. And what did our forefathers do? When you look at the Declaration of Independence and you look at all of the documents that we have in history, they're writing their names. I mean, John Hancock means something. You can almost visualize his penmanship. So we're not giving that to our kids. So Common Core and parent choice, to me, all comes together.
And you could almost see that as a conspiracy. You know, why not teach it? Why not give them that education? But it bothers me what you just told me. And if you're hiring someone to actually do that for the child, doesn't that make their whole exam or test doesn't it nullify it?
Invalid.
You know,
No,
because they can't
no.
complete it.
No, it's not invalid.
Wow.
It's not invalid.
I mean, what? I get blown away every time. Every time you come visit us, I get freaked out and blown away. Thanks so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, we
You're
got about
welcome.
1 minute left in this segment.
Okay.
So let's go ahead, and you'll do this again throughout the show.
Okay.
But give our audience a way to contact you, your website, your phone number, and all that good information.
Okay, well, if you want to contact me, you can email me at Jana, Jana, at jacksonforcountysuperintendent.com. That's Jana, Jana, at Jackson, Jackson, for County Superintendent, superintendent.com. And then the website is jacksonforcountysuperintendent.com.
Great. And you have a Facebook page too, I think, right?
Yes, Facebook
Okay.
page.
You can find her on Facebook too.
Yes.
And you can find us on Facebook, but don't go away because we got lots more with Jana Jackson. I'm Alice Lara, and
Jorge.
Ortiz here on the Gypsy Salsa Show, Central City Radio, King FM. Did I make it?
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of it. Is it me? Am I talking too weird? Maybe it's my headphones.
Could be the headphones. I wasn't. I mean, maybe every now and again I would hear the pss, pss, but
Nobody's using these, right? Let me try these.
But I wasn't hearing it through these nor on the app feed.
Could be these. These are like my Big Lots, real cheap headphones.
You said the Big Lots headphones.
Yeah.
That might be
But
the
you know
Big
what?
Lots headphones.
I'm going to leave them here too because
Hey George, you checking out the All for Nothing?
Yes.
You don't know about the All for Nothing? All or Nothing?
I wanted to have more for you about that parents hiring the people to bubble in the exams.
Oh yeah. I have that on my Facebook.
You have the Amazon
Yeah,
Prime?
no,
Let's check it out.
the more you
Bad
dig
idea.
into it, the
Yeah,
more
I've
you
been checking
find
it
out
I
about
have
it.
it on my Facebook.
And if I had kids,
I just
I'd
thought
be
it
in
was
jail
advertising.
because I would be
They have-
down there
No, it's
every
them
day.
following.
So
They
then
follow
when you
the
say
Spartans
people
all
are going
season last
to
year.
other schools, do you
entire
know
season.
why?
Oh, okay.
I mean, I
Yeah,
know
that's
why.
nice.
Type
Yeah,
stuff.
In our
It's like,
neighborhood, because it's
like
a
a radio-
Roosevelt School District.
No,
and
it's
nobody wants to
video.
send
You know,
their
like
kids
they
there.
do
In fact, I shouldn't
Hard
say this
Knocks.
right now, 'cause we're on
It's basically Hard Knocks, but the entire season, not just training camp.
Oh, okay.
it's the way it
We need to start doing something like that.
Yeah.
you know, there's so many people that
Like I
I
have
talk to
Sonia
them.
follow the
And
camera. You
they
go
ship
you guys
their
all
kids out.
around. Have Sonia.
One of our
no, actually,
neighbors,
someone else do it.
They
We have
actually
Sonia on
bought a
camera
house. I
actually.
think there's some of the kids close to the
And
channel.
just
They
follow
bought a house
follow
in the channel
Jorge and the
because they were
crew
getting tired of taking their breaks.
every day,
You know, it's a big distance.
every hour.
Like the strip and salsa.
Just, it's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
They follow you, what you do during the day, and then you get ready for your preparation for chips and
I
sauce
wish I
and
could
camera
remember that
to be
song.
here.
It's almost in my
What kind
head.
of
Change
venue
is
do you
gonna
put it
come.
on?
It's an old song
The
from the
TV.
1980s or
Who sang
something.
it?
The internet
Girl?
TV.
That-
No, it was like,
I know,
wasn't
but what do
Smokey
you use for the
Robinson.
film? It's
It
just
was
like
like
your
in that
phone?
era. Might have been maybe even before.
Yeah.
Was it soul?
Like what she's doing for Facebook right now, but
You
I
can
think
phone her.
an appropriate song for
Maybe
this
find
whole
somebody
system
who has a GoPro camera or some
and
kind
our
of higher
politics in
camera.
general was remember that
Camera
song,
crew would follow these
Smiley
guys
Faces?
around.
Yes, this one.
And just follow you guys.
Sometimes
that would be.
Yes.
I like that.
pretend to be your friend.
I'll be down for
Look at
it.
what song you're thinking of.
It'll be towed away for free, and you'll be supporting those that need help.
Yes.
Heritage for the Blind is a non-profit organization.
George bringing it in.
Yeah.
Let's start play
Rico Suave.
Call right
Rico Suave is bringing it
All right,
in.
20 seconds.
Calling, you'll receive a free 3-day vacation voucher
Right
to
on.
many exciting locations.
Okay, so we are on segment 3 now.
Call
Or, you right?
1-800-639-8639.
We got
Yeah, segment 3.
we got 2 more left.
2 more.
For free.
I haven't heard from Rev, so he might actually pop up here because I haven't not gotten a text yet.
Okay, then that's probably what.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Back in.
And now, back to more of the Gypsy Salsa Show.
Which of the Latin countries are you from? One with the Civil War?
Oh, I hit the wrong. Let's play Rico Suave.
Can you?
Whoever.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. I was waiting for an intro, but I guess I didn't.
My bad. It's supposed to be Rico Suave.
Can't you
My
just sing
bad.
it? Come on, Julian. Can you sing
Here.
that song? Can you sing the Rico Suave song?
Here, let me just.
He's just, got to give him what he wants.
Okay, here it comes.
You can dance for us, George.
Go for the camera.
Rico Suave.
All right.
Okay.
And are you? Are
I
you
hear it.
Rico Suave?
I can hear you. Okay.
Oh, he's just overcome now.
I was listening to the delay on the other side. But anyway, welcome back to the Chips and Salsa show. And for
You got the thing covered.
the essay group here from the barrio,
The Esta group. Yeah, your amigos en salsa.
the amigos in salsa from out in the west side. And I think you're from the west side too.
Well, I guess, what would you call me? Because I'm, the South Phoenix, South Mountain. Although Ahwatukee is really the true South Phoenix.
Yeah, so
But, because we're on the north side of the
you're
mountain.
in the middle
So
side.
they try to recreate it, called South Mountain, Somo, South Phoenix, yeah. It's cool. It's still beautiful there, right by the South Mountain. The largest park, largest city park, I think, in the old United States.
And I'm becoming more of a Trumpista as time goes by. I'm reviewing.
Trumpista, isn't that
Trumpista.
is that feminine?
No,
Trumpista?
Trumpista.
Should it be Trumpisto?
Trumpisto. But you know what? If you say pisto, doesn't that refer to in Spanish drinking or something? Pisto.
Trumpista, the trumpet man.
Guess it's like
Anyway, I'm
Comunista.
Comunista. As if
But
you're a Bernie fan. You're a
totally the
comunista.
other way, yeah.
But anyway, things are looking up, and they're looking up for our candidate, and I think the Republican Party is going to come and unite against
Unite against Hillary. We're going to unite against Hillary. That's right.
And we're talking to Jana Jackson, the candidate for Maricopa.
And she's no fan of Hillary.
And Jana, what else do you?
I can tell you my Trump story.
Okay.
I love my Trump story. Now, before all of the the presidential things that were happening, I was opening up a program at the Museum of Science and Industry in Chicago, and it was I invited my mother, and this was the first time she would really sit in an audience and hear me speak. So she's sitting there and she's nervous because she doesn't want me to make any mistakes. But then she's also nervous. There are lots and lots of people. Must have been hundreds of people there. And naturally, she's in the front because I'm the keynote speaker. And Donald Trump came in. And, he was shaking everyone's hands, just very pleasant. And he looked at my mom, and he could see the fear in her face. And he looked at me, and he says, "Is there something I can do for you?" And I looked at him, and I said, "You could sit with my mom." And he looked at my mom in her eyes. He took her hand. He sat down next to her. He comforted her. He sort of rubbed on her hand. That was the Donald Trump that I knew.
That is a great story.
It was just absolutely incredible. So when he started, he says, "Well, everybody's saying he's running." Well, I didn't see that politician person. I saw the man that came, sat down next to this little old lady, looked her in her eyes and said, "It's okay, I'm going to sit here with you and we're going to get through this program." So that's my story. That's my Donald Trump
a
story.
cool story. So that was what year was that?
We aren't supposed to tell years because then I have to tell my age.
It was not last year. It was a few years ago.
It was before he did the program about You're Fired.
Oh, really?
Yes, this is a long time. Yes, because Museum of Science and Industry, I'll just say that the science exhibit has been open for more than, I'd say 15 to 20 years. So we're talking
That's
about
a
a long
terrific
time.
story.
Yes,
Just our good Frank Thorwald, our good friend, he talked about how in earlier years his dealings with Trump, what impressed him is Trump would always go and talk to the drivers, the security people. A lot of times when you have big VIPs like that, they don't have time to do that. Or they won't take the time. And sometimes I understand that it's a security issue maybe. But remember, he told us about that.
Yeah.
Very, very
That's a
lovely
great
guy.
Trump story.
Yes,
Right
yes, that's my
on.
Trump story.
I get a feeling from Trump that he is sincere, and he's doing it to try to bring a change for the better. And I think he's sincere. He does go off the wall sometimes and says things that maybe politicians shouldn't say. A lot of them hold back on what their true feelings are. But he's truthful, and I like his style. He reminds me a lot of Reagan, and I did some comparisons yesterday of Reagan and him, and it's so eerie, the comparisons. And maybe later on I'll read the comparison.
It was interesting, and once KFNX gets that podcast up, they can do that too. In fact, we should remind people too, Julian, you've been so great about it. If you've missed part of our program, we're here every Saturday afternoon at 4. You can always go to centralcityradio.com to the and get the podcast and listen to whichever show. And Sonia's, I think you're gonna. I think also you can listen through our website. And Sonia's real good about labeling those as well.
I actually found.
Do you have them? Can maybe just read a few of them so we don't cheat Jan of her time?
Yeah, I'm gonna just read like 4 of them. He was a TV celebrity before running for office. Reagan was a TV celebrity before running for office. He was attacked by a protester at the podium during a speech. Donald Trump was attacked by a protester at the podium during a speech. He became the first president that had a divorce, and Donald Trump would have been the second if he becomes president, which he will, that had a divorce. He succeeds a Democratic president, so with Donald Trump. And then, down here the last one, initially considered to be not a true conservative by the establishment, but increased GOP voter turnout and became a Republican Party icon and beloved president. And I see that in Donald Trump. People,
Go ahead and talk. I have it in the background.
People right now don't see that. I see it, and I think more people are going to see it. He's going to be a good president. I think he'll run it like a business, and he'll put the right people in office to do the job that they're supposed to. He'll expect them to do the job that they're supposed to do, and they'll be answerable to him and to the American public. And he loves talking to the American public. Donald Trump does like talking to the public. And I used to like the fireside meetings that Reagan used to have.
Fireside chats, yeah.
Fireside chats. Sometimes with his dog, sometimes with Nancy Reagan, and sometimes by himself. And he'd sit down talking to the people. And I love that because he was sincere talking to us and letting us know why he was doing what he was doing.
You know, you're right, because what Trump does really well that the other candidates didn't do as good. He connected with people. He got up there and he talked to them, and he had more of a conversation. And that's kind of Jana's style as well, because I've been to a few things now where she's talking to the audience, and she doesn't talk at the audience. She is speaking with you, and
exactly.
And not.
You feel like you're part of what she's saying. When I was standing in front of Trump at the last rally, he was like talking to me, talking to us, and I was like, I was in awe of him, the way he was truthful. You could see it in his eyes and the way he talks. So, and Jana, you're the same way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you've had that good connection. Of course, you've had a lot of experience. We need to remind our audience, you are a teacher.
Yes.
And you have a lot of experience with students and parents.
Yes.
And we're down to the last minute here of the segment, but we're going to give the last one all to you, I promise you. Give the audience maybe an important thing that parents should really think about when they make the selection for your office that you're running.
They should think about, what is the person going to do for them? This position is not about me. It's about their children. And so I think sometimes we as politicians have forgotten the purpose of running for an office. It goes back to our forefathers. We are running for an office to improve and enhance what we have in our country. So I think parents need to think, well, will this person enhance what we already have? Will they add to what we already have within our educational system? Are they going to be creative enough to give us more than what we now see? What innovations are going to be coming? What have we learned from the past? And if you want what's in the past, then vote for the past.
Right.
But if you want for the future, vote for Jana Jackson, Maricopa County Superintendent of Schools.
And stay with us, because in the future we'll be right back for more of the Chips and Salsa Show with Alice George and Jana Jackson.
Yeah.
I was
That was so good.
Getting your GED
That was
diploma.
so good.
Isn't that neat?
That is so neat.
He's got a number of pep talks that can motivate you.
Comparison. So neat.
So if you think, thank you for the receipt, by the way.
Yes, ma'am.
If you think that Myron is going to be here, you don't know. You don't know.
I like this one too.
He's usually here by now.
And I haven't heard from him yet.
You
so
should talk to him.
I'm kind of like waiting any moment now to see if he's gonna come walking by.
He should tell you. That would be nice if he could tell
He's
you.
been doing a good job of it. He tells me one way or the other.
Right.
Like last week,
It's
he
true
said,
for what he said. He said
Mama
that
was
the media
had a
just
headache.
concentrates on that little mistake. And
This way, I'm like,
And they blow it out.
I don't know.
They see it, and then
And Edna, is Edna doing her show still?
that's right.
No,
I know
I think
this is
Edna's
your
done, at least for now.
Didn't she pay you ahead of
Gave me the
time?
impression when
before. He didn't finish
Oh.
deal with the contract.
Oh,
I need $2 more $100
Like, remember
to
the people that were.
Okay.
finish the deal, where she
Yeah,
can
she
go
didn't have
until
any money.
October. And she
Yeah,
just didn't
it
have
just
it.
kind of made me.
So
Gave me
It's
that
too bad.
impression that
really rather
this guy's
money.
just trying to buy you
Not to keep
in a
his-
way
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
He should get a
They're not
sponsor.
comparing to you. You don't do that. You
He
talk
knows
to
so
people
many
on the
people.
Facebook, and you don't say,
Well,
hey, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm like,
That
remember
that 5 o'clock hour really is.
It's not about me.
Y'all.
It's not about me.
Good for you to get a sponsor for them.
because I had
So
This one just, I thought of her and called her and she was so nice. She said, thanks for reaching out to me.
he gave me that impression.
They're out there, but again, if you have time
got to do it.
to pursue them.
Sales,
And he said that
well,
like that. and
I'm praying that I get the sales
What do
squad
you mean?
finally
Yeah.
locked in.
No, it's not about me.
I get
It's
these
all
guys
about
locked
us.
in.
And I told him, I said, well, I'm going to bring him down.
We're gonna be in good
Yeah,
shape.
if I have to, I will.
Good, good.
Both of you guys here.
Yeah, we're hoping to
And we did that with,
keep Rositas too.
Diane
Because we've got to keep them their 6 months off is up too.
And then,
I should put everything here on YouTube.
have
Let's
both,
do it. I need to be able
have
to.
a meeting, and we
Mhm.
have a meeting. I should be trying to give an opening statement.
I shouldn't
a
say
closing
all that
statement,
stuff.
and then
That's a
after
good thing
the
about my
question,
voice being so
each one
soft though.
Yeah,
had to
you
answer the
can't hear
question,
you.
and there was nothing next one.
You hear me though.
And it was like, you
Hear me
know,
loud and clear? On there?
I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're all-
Yes, but let me know. Let me know when my
You know what? The Facebook, and I don't understand that. Why does the Facebook pick it up so well?
on July, I have a speaker.
And that's just
Yeah,
from your
it's the
phone?
Probably all
Yeah.
of us.
Isn't that wild that it's the phone that picks it up so well?
Okay.
It seems like they're using Facebook more than Periscope and all those.
Even the news stations are doing that. My boss, they'll call him up and he's done like kind of a Skype and they put it on Facebook. And it's so immediate. I mean, you're almost at
That's the
TV.
thing. People are scrolling and bang, there you are on TV. Broadcast.
That's what I want to put that on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I
1
want to
minute.
put this on there.
Yeah, and learn to do that too.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, you should.
I do it for August.
You can. I think you can share. Yeah, you can. You can go to Chips and Salsa and share this.
Oh, that's
with
what I
your
should have
people.
done too. So I could have gone to my personal profile and shared the Facebook Chips and Salsa. Ah, I didn't think about that.
I invited a couple of people to watch.
I've gotten a few to watch for like a minute or two and go off.
That's before the
Okay.
primary. Right
So right now it's on,
Yeah.
and I'm going to share it.
the next stage is
Okay, good. We need to start doing that then. Begin, mind us into this share. So here we are. So you could go to your Facebook page and
All
then
right,
you
10
can share
seconds.
it.
Stand by.
Okay.
And now back for more chips and salsa.
Well, sir, while I may not agree with what you say, I'll defend to the death your right to say it.
I will defend to the death your right to say it. We're the Chips and Salsa Show. Your amigos in salsa here. Alice Lara, George Ortiz. Getting his guac on. We have Sonia Sears. Sonia is just doing a fantastic job on Facebook, and I forgot. I could go to my Facebook site, and anybody out there can do it. And you can go to the Chips and Salsa site first, and then you share it, so then it'll be broadcasting on your Facebook profile. So we need to remind our listeners, viewers, Facebook followers to do that. It's a very cool thing. And also, George, are we going to go to Rositas after the show? Aren't we going to do it
Yes.
after the show?
We're going to do it after the show. It'll be on Facebook and YouTube, and it'll be pretty wild. It'll put at least 25, 30 minutes worth of the show.
Yeah, we'll do that. And Martin might even join us over at Rositas.
Yeah, you'll see Martin the Telenin.
Martin Gonzalez, absolutely. Go Gonzalez, right? We'll do that. Let's see. Okay, any business we got to take care of before we get back to Jana that we can think of? What do you? Oh, I do want to say something.
We have a meeting next week. I have a meeting at the GOP, and then you have a function. Maybe you can explain.
Yes, thank you. Central Republican Women of Phoenix. If you would like to go, we're going to have a very cool program. I hope, Jana, you can make it. It's Thursday evening, and it starts at 5:30. We have our social hour at 6:15. We are going to have Colonel Joseph Ryland is coming in, and he does a fantastic flag ceremony. We're going to keep celebrating Independence Day, and he's going to do the flag ceremony, and then after that, we're going to read the Declaration of Independence. We're going to read the Declaration of Independence, and then she's going to have someone telling us about the signers of the Declaration of Independence. It's going to be a very, very cool program. If you'd like to go, we still have some seats available, and you can just email us reservations at crwop.org. That's reservations at crwop.org, and we'd love to see you.
I want to say hi to Tara. She just sent me a hi. That's my daughter. She's watching from Maricopa
Tara.
County. Tara, get your rock on and give those two grandsons of mine a big hug and kiss. And they're growing so fast. Grandkids grow so fast. And I have a new grandbaby in North Carolina. My granddaughter just had a baby on 2 days before my birthday on the 23rd. And
Oh, it almost got your birthday.
I know. I was like, hold up, hold that baby inside. But no, he was born on the 23rd, the same day that my other grandson, the one that lives in Buckeye, was born. So they're both.
That's awesome.
both have
Hey, I
birthdays.
saw that the Rev is here, so he's going to be doing the show next, Revving Up with the Rev. That's
Revving up, yeah.
Reverend Myron Jackson. Are you going to stay for his show too, Jana?
Well, we hope so. If not, then I'll be back.
Oh, great.
Yes,
I know he'll
yes,
have
yes,
you.
Yes, yes, yes.
So,
We're gonna have you on the AM program too. Watch.
yeah, you got to come to our AM program.
I gotta convince my managers and stuff.
Convince your managers. No, you have to convince her. She's coming. It's all good. Yeah. What have we not touched on in this last segment that we have that's probably really
The
important
4th of
to
July, everybody celebrate it safely, enjoy it, and honor your all our soldiers out there that are in harm's way, all defending the rights that we love to have here. My son's in overseas right now, and he's defending our rights, our freedoms, and kudos to my son out there, and a lot of soldiers out there and overseas, and they're doing their job. Their job is to protect us, to keep us protected, keep our freedoms, and that's what the 4th of July is all about. So when you set off those fireworks, just remember our servicemen out there.
There's a lot of cool stuff. In fact, on our Facebook site, I put there's a soldier and trying to drown out some the enemy's music, we'll say, and he does a really cool rendition, a rocker version of the national anthem. So it's worth to go see it. Maybe I'll find it. Talk to Jan and let me find it. I can play it in the background a little bit too.
Okay. So what are you going to do for the 4th of July, Jenna?
Oh, 4th of July, I am going to be out shaking hands, passing out my cards that say vote for Jana Jackson, Maricopa County Superintendent. So that's like all day.
They have parades.
Yes, they have a lot of parades, but there's so many people that are in the parades that most people go to see people in the parades. I'm going to be out with the people, so I'm going to go in the picnic areas and just walk and talk to
so
people.
cool.
Right, and then it'll just be me, and I can say, I'm the only one, vote for me.
Vote for me.
That's right. So I'm going to spend the whole day just out walking with people, talking to people, passing out my cards, and if I can just touch 1,000 people and give them cards to touch 1,000 people,
Yeah.
I mean that's how the election for me will be won.
Oh, that is
Yes,
great. That's
yes.
good to hear. And your kids are going to be with you? Or?
No, my children are all over the United States, and my daughter Ashley, she just told me, she said, Ma, you're going to be disappointed. I'm not going to go to college. And it was like, oh, you're not. She says, I'm going to the Air Force.
Oh,
So she's going to go to the Air
Oh,
Force.
that's awesome.
Yes, a couple of days after the 4th of July, and I'm really excited about that. I wanted to go to college, but I wanted to also do what she needs to do. So to go and serve our country is wonderful.
That is great.
So she's
That's
going to
great
the Air
hear.
Force. Yes,
You
yes.
gotta update us on your daughter. Right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Just a little bit, just a little flavor of what's on there. I know we're Latinos, but we rock still. It's all right. Red's rocking too.
Red is good.
He's revving up for the show. We want everyone out there, thank you so much for listening and supporting the Chips and Salsa show. And we hope that you continue to listen to us, like us on Facebook. Stay tuned for Revving Up with the Rev. Jana Jackson, thank you so much for being in. Everybody out there, please support Jana Jackson, candidate for Maricopa County School Superintendent. Thank you, Julian Allison. Thank you, David Beasley, our music guy. Thank you, my niece, Monica Lada. Thank you, Sonia Siegert. George, what do we say? Good night.
Good night until next Saturday, or next Friday, then next Saturday.
All right. Have a wonderful and safe 4th of July. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. See you, Tara.
Such a nice show.
Brad, Tara.
Hey, you know what? It must have been my headphones.
Okay.
It was my headphones because with these others I didn't
You
hear
hear
that.
it? Okay.
I'm just gonna dump them, get some
The
new
way I
ones.
was kind of relieved, I was like, oh, well, it ain't that falling apart up in here.
And it was real staticky stuff, so I'm just gonna get rid of them. I need to get some new ones.
Hey, yeah, Brad.